It's finally time that we start a road to glory on the channel. And I'm going to be giving away any card rewards that I win to you guys. Yes, lads, hope you're all doing super well. I finally decided that it's probably time, now that the European season is upon us, to start a limited road to glory. So how is it all going to work? I'm going to have a budget of £100 to build an under 23 limited lineup. Each week I'll submit that team into the under 23 limited division on Sorare, and any card rewards that I do win will be given away to you guys watching. So if I'm going to be giving away every card reward that I win, the only way I can improve my squad really is by trading, buying cards, selling cards, etc, etc. That is the only way I'm going to progress this squad. My goals are obviously to win card rewards to give away to you guys, but at the same time increase the value of my £100 squad and maybe add more card depth as we go along in the season. First of all, I'm only going to buy 5 cards. I'm not going to spend the whole £100. But in today's video, we're going to be buying those first 5 players, submitting them into our first lineup for this weekend, and hoping that we can win some card rewards ready to give away to you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you do, and let's get into some scouting. So if you're completely new to Sorare, you might not be, but if you are, the competition that we're going to be attacking is this under 23 limited division here. I currently don't even have enough limited cards to enter, but we're going to change that very shortly with the purchases of our first squad. This is the prize pool for this upcoming weekend. So first place wins £365 worth of ETH. A limited star reward, which is, yeah, any one of Haaland, Vinny, Musiala, Saka, Van der Voort, Kvashvela, Wirtz. And those rewards go all the way down to 950th place, where you can win a tier 5, which, you know, won't be the best reward in the world, but there's some decent players in here. Arakai, some decent boys in here that I recognize. But yeah, that's the goal. The goal is to compete in this division every weekend with the cards that I have. And if I win cards, obviously I'll be giving them away to you guys. But you know, if for whatever reason my forward scores a hat-trick this weekend and triples in price, then I'm probably going to sell him and move into another forward, bank the profit and move that into another player, as we look to continuously increase the size and value of our gallery. I'm going to be using the Sorare data pick scores for this video to determine who my initial squad is. I'm not just basing it off this, but this is a good way of scouting cards. If you need a card or cards for a given game week, then Sorare Data's pick scores in the game week center. So to get to here, you go to, well, I go to games. I toggle what game week we need. So we need game week 397, which is this weekend. And then I go to pick scores. And then I change this little filter here down to under 23 limited. So it's going to show us, you know, the exact cards that we're looking for. And I'm going to toggle to goalkeeper first because that is probably the most important card or position that we need to pick up first of all. There's some goalkeepers this weekend with some AAA matchups, which is a great sign. You got Diego Costa at the top there, Kim Jong-hoon, Osako, Tobias Lowell, Sherpin's in there as well. He doesn't have any limited cards, which is a little bit annoying, but hopefully he does this season when the new cards come out. But the guy I've got my eyes on is Nicholas Heidel, that plays for Rapid Vienna in the Austrian Bundesliga, under 23 until 2025. So if we needed to, we could keep him for the next 2 seasons and he could be under 23 eligible. As far as price points go, I just recently made an under 23, you know, scouting video for goalkeepers, and, you know, he was in there. And he's a card that's, you know, been around for a while. And, you know, he is only 22, so there is still, you know, a few years left in his under 23 eligibility, which is always nice. And, you know, £47 3-day average, I think you can pick him up right now for £50 floor price. He is someone that has a good fixture this weekend. He's at home to Hartberg, where I do fancy him to get a clean sheet, which would be great. Going over to defenders, but I did notice Jonas Uar, I don't know if I pronounced that right, but hopefully I have. Sorry to you Austrians out there. Has a AAA matchup, and he is a defender or a left back that plays for the same team as Heidel. And I am a big advocate of defensive stacking, you know, goalkeeper and defender from the same team. They will then benefit from the clean sheet bonus if that team then obviously gets the clean sheet. Judging off his scores, he's very capable of peaks. I'm seeing 91s, I'm seeing 200s in there. He actually got 100 on this weekend, got a goal and a 42 AA score and a 4-0 win, so he got a clean sheet as well. You know, there is discrepancies in his scores. You are going to see variance, you know, 3 AA minus 0.2. Like, there is off days. He's not going to score 100 every game. No player does. But if I want to be hitting, you know, good rewards, I need to be in the mix with some of these, you know, peak scores, these 80 pluses. And then if my goalkeeper's getting a clean sheet as well, which, you know, if they're both playing on the same team, then they're both going to benefit from that clean sheet bonus. So he is somebody that I am really interested in picking up for this first week. That's not to say that I'll sell these cards, you know, for the next week. I'll probably, you know, depending on fixtures and stuff, I'm going to show all my transactions. I'll show you guys everything. If I've made a profit, if I've made a loss on a card. But like I said, the goal is to always increase the value of our squad whilst, you know, winning rewards. So he's somebody that for this weekend I'm really interested in, and, you know, and for the sort of short to medium term, is not somebody that I'm just looking to buy for this weekend and ship on. Moving over to midfielders, there's nobody in our sort of price range that I like really love. Matsuifa's at the top. He has a great home fixture against Fortuna Sittard, but at £29, I don't think we could fit him into our budget realistically. Some really nice cards up here. £26 for a Teke Kubo isn't terrible, but again, I don't think he's going to fit into our budget. We need to be looking for cards for, like, you know, £10 or less realistically, because, you know, Heido's going to cost us £50. I think Jonas Uar is going to cost us like £13. So, you know, there's £63 of our budget gone already. And I would like to keep a little bit in reserve as well, just for a rainy day. I don't want to spend my whole £100 straight away. But just looking down this list here, Jonas Uar also has midfielder cards as well, but we don't want to be shopping there. I think I want his defender card. Bellingham would be nice, but £159 is just not possible. Adson's at £6, but he is not playing in a European competition. I want to keep my gallery European based if possible. Enzo Lafi's £58, just far too expensive. One guy that does pop up here for me is Nicholas Madsen, that plays for Westerlo. He's at £11.76 right now. And after the first game, I believe, yeah, so first game was this game week 393, where they drew 2-2 to Eupen. He actually scored a goal, got a 39 AA, and then in the second game lost to Club Brugge, got a 15 AA. Did hear, well, I do know, that he took the penalty in that Westerlo game, which saw him score that goal, which is a good sign. If my midfielder is on penalties, there's always a good chance that there's a penalty in a game. Then knowing that Nicholas Madsen would be on them is a really good sign. And for £11, that seems decent to me. Decent home fixture. Ghent are a really good side. Westerlo at home, I do fancy him to get a decent enough score. I'm not expecting 100, but I do fancy him to get a decent score there. So that is another player that I'm quite interested in at that price. Like I said, I haven't bought any of these cards yet, but I will be doing so very shortly. But I am also interested, you know, every week I will want to see comments. Let me know who you think is going to have a good game for that given game week. I'm always open to suggestions. I'll be giving away all these rewards to you guys if I do win rewards. Hopefully I do. You know, but I am not asking, but it would be nice to have some sort of communication with you guys in the comment section. As far as, you know, how do you think I'm doing with my picks? Can improve on certain positions. So I am very open to having that discussion with you guys for sure. Forwards are looking a bit bleak for me as far as, you know, who's available here as far as prices go. They're just very expensive. Barcola £70, Brian Brobby £72. I just can't really afford these guys. Lazaro for £9 doesn't seem terrible for Almeria. How did he score last year? Let's have a little look. A little 90 in there. Nothing. Oh, an 80, yeah, 90 with a hat trick. To be fair, came on as a sub against Osasuna, got a goal. Scored against Real Madrid as well, to be fair, but wasn't a definite starter. But that's fine. We'll definitely keep an eye on him. Working our way down the list. Kevin Denke at £17 isn't terrible. Jonathan David, 50 quid, way out of our budget. Rodrigo, £70. Utara for £10 at home to West Ham. Seems like a decent fixture, but not somebody I really fancy right now. Anis Zarawi, I know he's playing against Man City, and that's tomorrow night actually in the Premier League, but £10 doesn't seem terrible, but not somebody I really fancy there. Abada for £35. Again, I just don't think we can afford to stretch that big on a forward. Noah Iwo for £9. Doesn't seem terrible. He hasn't started the season off very well. Oliver Demon, £11. Pedro Neto recently featured in one of my videos as well. £10.89 floor. I don't mind that, but opening game of the season, I just don't fancy him for that. Dukes at £10, but he's playing against Celtic. Kulusevski, £24, a little bit too expensive there. Tolo for £21. Away to Circle Bruges. That might not be a terrible pickup, but do I want to spend £21 on my forward? I just don't think I really need to. Badgie's an interesting one. At home to Standard Liège, he's only at £6, and he has missed the first few games of the season. I think that's why his price is down a little bit. Yeah, so he came off the bench against Circle Bruges on the weekend, got himself a 6 AA. Before that, you know, didn't play against Leuven. So, yeah, that might be why his price is down a little bit. But, you know, a forward that's capable of scoring pretty well on AA, and, you know, he's capable of scoring goals in this league. He is somebody that I'm pretty interested in, actually, to be honest, at £6. Jorgen Larson actually stands out for me as well a little bit. £6.54 at home to Osasuna this weekend. I think is he nailed to start for... We need to go over to Play Sharper. Let's go over to Play Sharper. Check if... Come on, internet. Here we go. Can we see if Jürgen Larson is set to start for Celta Vigo this weekend? He is. Okay, so he's at 75%. He's set to start up front with Iago Aspas. It's a toss-up for me between Larson and Badji for my forward options. I mean, I could go 2 forwards. I could go, goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, and then 2 forwards, one of those forwards being my extra card. That could be an interesting start to things. Get rid of this. I kind of don't mind that. I know he doesn't, I didn't really score too many goals last year for Celta Vigo. I think he comes with really good pedigree. I really rate him as a player. Very athletic, very strong. Celta Vigo didn't really end the season very well, to be honest. I know they were scoring goals in the games they were losing here, and he scored a couple of these. To be honest, yeah, not really too much to see as far as last season. That season is behind us in that sense. I think he did pretty well in pre-season as well. If we go over to SofaScore and check Larson, we can see, I hope, yeah, so in friendlies, I think, yeah, he scored 2 against Al Nassr, against Ronaldo's team. I thought he scored 3 in this game, but no, apparently it was only 2. I know it's against Al Nassr, so, take that with a pinch of salt. He did score here in the last game of pre-season. Let's go over and buy Nicholas Heidel first, because I think we're pretty settled on that. That's something that I think we can all kind of agree on as far as our goalkeeper goes. So we're going to just buy this card from, well, yeah, we'll buy this one. 9.5 XP. He will lose his season bonus at some point, but we're going to spend an extra 59p on that. We can only pay with ETH, which is okay. And Nicholas Heidel is in the gallery, lads. We've just bought our first player of the Road to Glory, Nicholas Heidel, as our goalkeeper. We now need to go out and buy a Jonas Uar. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm probably not. So sorry about that. We do want to buy his defender card, remember. Sorare is auctioning off his defender card actually in 31 minutes. I'm going to be impatient and I'm going to buy one of these down here because it has a bit more XP. And yeah, I'm impatient. So yeah, Jonas Uar is in the gallery, lads. We've added our Rapid VN defensive stack. Defensive stack secured. Nicholas Heidel, Jonas Uar. We are going to go out and buy our Madsen for midfield for this game week. And again, it's not the best of matchups, but it's at home. I fancy him to maybe get himself a cheeky little assist of some sort, maybe. I'm just looking at the XPs here, and there's not really too much to look at. So this has got 0 XP. This has got 1x. Well, it's got 6 XP, but he will lose that season bonus when the new card comes out. But we're going to buy it anyway. I'm being a bit lazy with this, but you know what? We need to get these cards in before they're sold to somebody else. So that is midfielder, defender, and goalkeeper. Jürgen Larson or Badji. I've just got a funny feeling about Larson. I really, really like him as a player, if I'm being honest. I can buy a older card that has 4.5 XP, which he won't lose because it's an older card. This card will lose that 5% season bonus. Jürgen Larson cards come out. So, you know what? I'm going to go out and buy this one. Cheapest on the market, £6.58. We'll calculate how much we've spent, after we've bought the 5 players. We'll see how much we have left of our £100 to sort of carry over into next video. So there's our 4 cards so far. So what we spent, £83 spent so far. Well, with 1 player to go. You know what? We're going to go double forward, lads. I'm not somebody that loves double forward. But you know what? I've spelled Badgie wrong, haven't I? But you know what? This weekend, both forwards are at home. I fancy some goals, and you know what, lads? We're just going to do it. We're just going to go out and buy ourselves double forward for this weekend. £6.28 on Yusufu Badji of Sporting Charleroi, and that completes our first 5 players for the Road to Glory, which I'm buzzing about. We finally got a limited under-23 lineup ready to go into under-23 limiteds this weekend. I'm absolutely buzzing. I really think this team has a decent shot of winning you guys a reward for this weekend. So let's throw it in. Nicholas Heidel in goals. Jonas Uar in defense. Nicholas Madsen in midfield. And the double forward, it's not really a stack, but it's a double forward stack of Badji and Larson up front. Question is, who do we captain? Madsen being a set piece taker, I kind of am leaning towards that, if I'm being honest. But then we have 2 forwards here that are both at home. I both fancy to score, but is the AA game going to be there on top of that? If they do get that decisive, of course, is the question there. Jonas Uar could be an interesting one at home to Hartberg. He's always in the run-in to get an assist. We saw a goal last game from left back. If they get a clean sheet and he gets a decisive, then we're looking at 100 there. So you know what? I'm going to captain Jonas Uar as our defender for this upcoming game week. And that is going to complete, lads, the first episode of this Road to Glory. I hope you're excited for this upcoming season, for the progression of this team, of the rewards we're going to win, of the rewards that you hopefully are going to win as well. Let me know in the comment section what you think of my first initial lineup. You know, I'm doing this on a budget. It's £100 or less budget. I think it leaves us, what does that leave us with? I think it leaves us with about £10 left of our initial £100 budget. I think we're just under we're just under £90 spent with the 5 players. So it leaves us with, you know, 10% of our budget left over. And yeah, week to week, I will be buying in and out of these cards and trading in and out. It's not going to be a set 5. I want to make this exciting. I want to show you who I scout and why I scout these players and etc. I want to just stick the same 5 cards out every game week and hopefully I win a reward. There's no real fun in that, to be honest. You know, there's fun in that for you guys maybe because you're going to win rewards. But, you know, as far as scouting goes, and as far as like learning things, you know, value to improve your galleries in that sense, yeah, maybe, you know, in the under 23 category, I think it's better, you know, it's better for me and you if I'm sort of buying in and out of cards. I might always keep the same defensive stack, for example. I might always keep Jonas Uar and Hadel, but, you know, this front 3 in that sense, they might be quite fluid. I might buy in and out of them. You know, if Larson scores a hat-trick this weekend, then, you know, his price probably doubles, maybe. I then might sell him and then go out and buy maybe a little bit more of an expensive forward, or maybe buy 2 forwards for the same price as him, or a forward and a midfielder, and then we got 6 cards, you know, and then we're building the gallery that way. I am open to, you know, building this gallery up to 10, 20, 30 cards, hopefully over the course of the season. Obviously, I won't be able to keep rewards. They'll be going to you. But by making a profit maybe on Larson, that might then allow me to go buy 2 other players for the same price as I just sold that Larson for. So, hope that all makes sense. I've obviously mentioned that I will be giving away every card reward that this lineup wins me throughout the whole of this season. The way in which you can then win those card rewards is by being the most active. Who's commenting the most on the videos? Who am I seeing sharing the tweets of the Road to Glory series, etc. on Twitter? If you do have Twitter, of course. The more active you are, the more engaged you are in the series, the more chances you are of being picked to win one of the card rewards that are given out. It's as simple as that, lads. If there is anything that isn't clear, let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. I will then answer them in the second episode of this series. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great game week. And I shall see you guys in the next video.